has seen a massive dump, guys, and yeah, this is just crazy what happened yesterday. I actually quite shocked by it. We did expect a cycle low to occur around yesterday. Well, around yesterday, like we have this arrow right here, but it's also possible that we are seeing that cycle low today. But to see it at this low in such a short time came really unexpected, and I even got stopped out 2 times with trying to open a long position right here at the support. And guys, in today's video, I want to talk about what I think is going to happen with the Bitcoin price. Also, what I've learned for my lesson right here. So stick around, make sure to watch till the end, and you are going to see a lot of interesting charts right here on the channel. And I'm going to share with you the levels that I'm going to look for new positions or accumulate more Bitcoin. So guys, let's jump straight into it. Well, first of all, guys, we actually had this neckline right here. We had a double top formation. It was like a broad and ascending channel. We did broke it to the downside slightly, but we didn't see any continuation in the shorter term time frame, right? Then when we were looking at the 4-hour time frame, we actually get a crazy lots of buy signals. We get a lot of buy signals over on Orion's belt, which I actually checked in historic price action. The chances of not succeeding to go to the upside for price action was just extremely low. I couldn't find any example basically that we were seeing this kind of setup and that eventually Bitcoin dumped lower. So I was actually myself looking for long positions, but I got stopped out the moment we lost support. Right, so I had multiple support levels in place. One was like 21,850. And when we touched that, I got just stopped out because I actually was planning to enter lower a long position because of that cycle low that we were basically expecting, right? But to be honest, like, we didn't expect it this low, but we do see a lot of significance right now at this level. Why? Because Bitcoin is touching the 200-day moving average right here. We touched the 50% Fibonacci retracement tool if you measure right here from the bottom right here till the top. So that is already quite significant. That looks like short-term bounce most likely is in play, if you ask me. Are these the lows that we're waiting for Bitcoin to continue this uptrend? Well, it could be. It is not quite sure yet as of now because there's a lot of uncertainty going on, especially with the S&P 500 breaking this rising channel. Sorry guys, let me go to the 4-hour time frame. It's a little bit better visible. So with the S&P 500 breaking this rising channel, but still has the possibility to bounce from this declining resistance, but also gotta be realistic. We are trading below the 200 daily moving average, and most of the time when we have a daily close below that level, as you can see in history, prices have not yet finished the sell-off, right? We most of the time don't get a close below it on the daily time frame and then directly go back above it in a bullish manner. We have, for example, right here we get a close, but we get a small bounce and continue to go lower. Right here we do have some examples where we do actually see, here we actually have a close below. We did first got lower before actually bounce back up, but then as a counter argument, you can basically say the moment the S&P 500 break back above the 200-day moving average with a close, that is the moment, guys, that we can actually become more bullish again on the stock market. Then I want to go with you to this chart. This is the stablecoin dominance chart, which is coming into a very interesting area. The golden ratio measured from the top right here till the bottom right here. That could mean that if Bitcoin want to continue this uptrend, that right here we do see a retracement and that we do get a reaction to come down where Bitcoin is going to go up. Grayscale Bitcoin is coming down again. This was quite a confusing indicator as this one rallied before Bitcoin actually saw a move, but in fact Bitcoin didn't follow up with this one, which was just quite confusing, because there were some examples in the past where actually Bitcoin followed this chart after rallying. Dixie touched a resistance with bearish divergence, so this chart could come down as well in the shorter term time frame. However, do note that we are still in an uptrend, and of course, very important to notice, guys, we filled the CME futures gap right here, which opened at roughly $20,000. So we came down, we filled that gap. We do get a gap above us right here at 21,900. I do expect Bitcoin to reach that level, of course, sooner or later. A lot of people asking themselves if Il Capo was right and Bitcoin is going to go to $12,000. Well, guys, to be honest, I don't think so. But I do think that some volatility and maybe even to the downside is in play as well. Because later this month, that is the 21st, the 22nd and 23rd of March. These are very, very important dates, because we have a very important FOMC meeting and announcement there, which most likely will cause a lot of volatility in the markets. And we do get the S&P 500 maybe continuing this drop in the coming days and weeks ahead, as we broke below the 200-day moving average. And that is just something to watch, because if we do see that panic continue to spread in the S&P 500, then I do think it can leave its scars for Bitcoin as well. But as of now, we are really touching a major level right here, 50% Fibonacci level, 200-day moving average. We actually touched this support line. We got a high right here. We touched that support line. It's actually quite a good scenario, right? Like, we didn't expect Bitcoin to come to these levels in this fast of a manner, but this would really make sense for Bitcoin to see a bounce around these levels. And of course, we still could get lower. I still think it's possible for Bitcoin to do something like this, where we tap that golden ratio slightly below $19,000. But I personally think, guys, that is going to be the last area of support before Bitcoin can continue this uptrend. I do expect the coming months for Bitcoin will be very good months, and Bitcoin will basically continue this uptrend. Also, when we have a look at the relative strength index, look at this, guys. We got the low right here with the FTX crash, and now the relative strength index is almost at similar levels as the FTX crash, but this time we just went from roughly 25,000 to right now 20,000. So we could form a higher low somewhere in these areas, and I still think that this is possible and probable, and that the bullish scenario for Bitcoin definitely has a higher likelihood of playing out. Let's quickly have a look at the weekly time frame, as we haven't done that for quite a while. I can already see we have some form of declining resistance right here, which we could come down and test. That is possible. I don't think necessarily that is the case. Let me get rid of the drawings right here. As you can see, horizontally, this is also a zone of support and resistance right here. Bitcoin has been trading. So this is just quite interesting, guys. I do think that it makes sense for Bitcoin to see at least a bounce from these levels, maybe dip a little bit further into that golden ratio, and from those levels get a bounce. But I personally do not think that we are going to surpass the bear market lows right here around $16,000. I personally don't think that is the case. I still think that we most likely going to see something like a 16-year cycle, or that we are going to continue this rally. But along with this rally, we will see corrections, and those corrections can be maybe even up to 30%. But it is important for us, guys, that we remain our conviction in Bitcoin, that we remain strong during these times, and that you always have to remember that it is most dusk before dawn, and that it might look terrible right now, but if you just wait it out, with your HODL portfolio or whatever, things will turn for the better again. Okay guys, that was it for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed it. If so, make sure to leave a thumbs up. If you are new, make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. Very much appreciated. I want to wish every single one of you an awesome day, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.